It was a wild semifinal Sunday in the Patriot League. And Colgate survived. The Raiders get through to a 7th straight Patriot League tournament final.
A comeback for the ages that they'll remember in Lehigh for quite some time.
Tonight, two teams face off for a ticket to the big dance. The Colgate Raiders seek an unprecedented 4th straight title. While the Mountain Hawks of Lehigh are flying high, looking for their first crown since 2012. Lehigh, Colgate, it's the Patriot League Championship. Bracket Week presented by Kubota. We're about an hour southeast drive from Syracuse and Hamilton, New York. Cotterill Court, home of the recent Patriot League power Colgate. The 1-seeded Raiders chasing another championship against 6-seed Lehigh. Both teams overcoming double-digit deficits to survive in the semifinals. Colgate down by 15 here at home before beating Bucknell. Lehigh trailing by as many as 21 before rallying to beat Boston in overtime. Hi there, Jason Dapp here. Glad to have you with us alongside the former head coach at Hofstra, Mo Cassera. Kiana Martin will join us with interviews and more coming up. And Mo, what's transpired here at Colgate recently, amazing. 7th straight trip to a Patriot League final. Clearly the favorite in this game, but Lehigh played Colgate tough in both regular season meetings.
Well, Colgate won both of the regular season matchups in close, hard-fought games. But throw the regular season out. The winner tonight gets to go to the big dance.
Well, both of these teams have something else in common. They have terrific lead guards that are hard to track, including Braden Smith of the Raiders.
Braden Smith, the Patriot League Player of the Year, has some kind of motor. He can change speeds. He shares the basketball so well. You take one thing away, and he's an able scorer. 21 big points in the semifinal against Bucknell. He moves so well without the basketball, uses multiple ball screens, shares the ball with his teammates, and this guy has got a knack for finishing big baskets.
Well, for Lehigh, Tyler Whitney-Sydney, also a first-team All-League performer and a first priority for defense.
Well, back home in Boston on Sunday, he put up a big-time performance, 21 points, and both of these clips are in overtime. He moves so well without the basketball. Great physical size, ability to finish around the rim. He's going to have a big-time performance on the road as Lehigh looks for 3 in a row in the Patriot League tournament.
Well, tonight, a chance for Colgate and their fans to celebrate and hoist some more hardware, but these teams, Mo, also had breakout performances from freshman guards in the semifinals.
Watch out for these 2 young freshmen in this terrific Patriot League. Cam Gillis got a quick 30 at BU, and Jalen Cox was terrific for Colgate at home here against Bucknell.
Well, the trophy is up for grabs again, but in recent years, it stayed in the hands of the Raiders. Can they do it for a 4th straight year and for a 5th time in 6 years? Or will Lehigh spoil the party and go dancing for the first time in over a decade? About ready to get after it here for the Patriot League title at Cotterill Court. We bring you the starting lineups brought to you by Kubota, Keegan Records, first team All-Patriot League, and All-Defensive team, too, for a 2nd straight year. Ryan Moffitt, career 42% shooter from 3 for the Raiders. Boubé Moma jumps into the starting lineup for Lehigh because Dominic Perelman, 3rd team All-League performer. You see the crutches, hurt his right knee in the semifinal at Boston. He's out tonight. And as we bring in Kiana Martin, overcoming injury issues, really nothing new for Lehigh this year.
Yeah, Lehigh is no stranger to playing shorthanded. If you think about it, they were without Keith Higgins Jr. for 9 games dealing with injury, but that saw the ascension of their 2 rookie guards in Cam Gillish and Joshua Ingram. Now, looking at what Coach Brett Reed said, he said despite the hurdles that this team has had to deal with, they have remained faithful to their process. And that's similar to what Colgate head coach Matt Langel said. He said after trailing big in the semifinals, he appreciated the mental and physical toughness. He said if they stay true to the process, their processes they have in the past, they'll do just fine in the championship, guys.
Well, spring break, but still some students making it inside Cotterill Court. Again, the two meetings, Mo, both decided by 3 points. Lehigh had opportunities to win both down the stretch, but the Raiders prevailed. They won the league, their 5th regular season title in a row, now chasing their 5th tournament title in the last 6 years, and their 4th straight. Off the jump, tap out, Cox, layup good. And this crowd will go nuts to start.
Well, that's a better start than they had against Bucknell. A quick run-out little tip play off the opening tap. Nice start for Colgate. Important for Lehigh. Make Colgate defend in the half court.
Yeah, both of these teams struggle to rebound from tight beginnings. Keegan records the rejection of Whitney Sidney. Cox again, who had 14 of his 15 in the semifinal in the second half. Brady Cummins, sophomore from York, Maine, in the paint, working on Whitney Sidney. Back-to-back buckets to begin for the Raiders.
Well, it's really important that both teams get off to a good start. And Colgate, as you mentioned, Jason, getting this electric crowd here in Hamilton into the game early.
Top 2 scoring teams in the Patriot League, both average about 70+, but Colgate's turned up the defense this year. Best defensive team of the Matt Langle era. They lead the league in scoring defense, field goal, and three-point defense. And there's Burke Chebahar, walk-on senior. We'll talk more about his story. It's amazing. Gets the layup on the inside. With Parolin out, he needs to be huge for Lehigh.
And he's been huge throughout the Patriot League tournament. He had 22 big points against Lafayette. Normally known as a three-point shooter on the perimeter. They need inside play tonight.
Again, without Parolin, less size on the inside. MoMA needs to come up big defensively, guarding records there. Moffitt open for 3. Can't get it. Chebahar able to save it right in front of the students on the side, running back into play. Here's Gillis, who went off for 30 in the semifinal, averages just about 5.5 points per game, and the Mountain Hawks needed all of his scoring production in that epic comeback win. Another first-year guard, Joshua Ingram, kick out, Whitney Sidney, triple try, got it, Lehigh in front.
How about the pass by the young freshman? Drive along the baseline, and there he is, Tyler Whitney Sidney. We featured him in the open. Probably the best all-around scorer in the Patriot League. Gets off to a good early start.
From Somerville, Mass. Had the love getting 21 in that big win at BU. On the road in the semis on Sunday. Back-to-back road victories for Lehigh to get to this championship round. And Cummins, who was scoreless for the first time in a game this season, getting after it early for Colgate after his semifinal show.
Yeah, Brady Cummins, 41% from the three-point line. Good perimeter shooter, but his ability to get to the rim and use his size, some experience for the young sophomore.
Gillis, watched by Smith. This will be a nice little individual showdown. And Gillis just flipped it out of bounds. So off the tap, Raiders ready. How about this?
Nice job, little tip ahead. Catch him sleeping. Wonderful job as the drive, dish. How about the pass, feet set, Tyler Whitney Sidney, the Boston native with a big basket.
Smarts there for Colgate, knowing they were going to have the size advantage with records on MoMA, almost a set play off the tap, and it worked to perfection.
And Jason, to finish that point, also some inexperience with MoMA jumping center, which he normally doesn't do, inserted in the starting lineup.
Braden Smith, he'll knock it down from deep. His shooting numbers dipped middle of the season, but they're back up here in prime time. Colgate by 4.
Top 50 in the country in assists, improved three-point shooter, and tough as they come. 21 big points in the semifinal.
Yeah, leading scorer for this balanced attack for the Raiders throughout the regular season. And Colgate going through the league, winning 16 of 18 league games. Their 2 losses in league by a combined 7 points. The run-out Moffitt layup. And Colgate stretches it to a half dozen.
All started by the speed of the young freshman, Jalen Cox.
Whitney Sidney. Cox with the assignment on him. Baseline attack for Gillis. MoMA doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but when he does, pretty effective. 40% shooter from deep. He'll take it inside, turn, and score. He was starting earlier this year, Mo. Then coming off the bench, hadn't scored a ton for getting 4 points in the semifinals over the weekend.
Yeah, a lot of credit to him getting inserted into the starting lineup here.
And Cummins likes to attack, gets fouled. Free throws coming up. Well, Braden Smith, Player of the Year in the Patriot League, showcasing his skill, helping set things up offensively. And Braden Smith going to be on the receiving end of this one, depositing in for 3, and Colgate by 4. Dr. Brett Reed and the Lehigh Mountain Hawks winning 7 of their last 9 games to rocket into this Patriot League final as we look to our keys to the game, brought to you by Ace, the helpful place.
Well, for Lehigh, contain Braden Smith, the Patriot League Player of the Year. The point guard can really get up and down the court and crash the boards. You got to win the battle on the boards, get some extra possessions. And for Colgate, get inside. That's drives, that's use that size up front, and then perimeter defense. They've got to shut down that three-point attack. Tyler Whitney-Sidney got an early open look for Lehigh.
In the 2 regular season meetings combined, those tight Colgate wins. Rebound margin in those games for the Raiders was 7.5. #1 team in the league in rebound margin this year. Cummins hits the first. For Matt Langle, again, we talk about size, not having Parolin, primary big at 6'9". They go double big here. Does Colgate? Jeff Woodward, Keegan Records will play together here. So you've got 6'10 and 6'11 on the floor for Colgate.
And Colgate will go 10 deep. They'll play big lineup, which they're going to right now. They'll mix and match a lot of different possessions. So Matt Langle, one of the deeper teams that he's had over this incredible run of 7 straight Patriot League championship games.
And hosting here for the 6th consecutive year. Whitney-Sidney on the take. Too strong off the glass. Easy board there for Records. Smith surging all the way to the cup. Lehigh not able to stop the ball, and the flurry continues for the Raiders here. 6 of 7 shooting thus far.
And that's my #1 key in this game is you gotta contain and stop Braden Smith. Smith is so fast. Watch him just get into the lane right here. Ability to get to the rim. Not really tall, but just has a real unique knack for getting to the basket. As we've documented well throughout his career. Football player in high school from the Pacific Northwest, really unrecruited, and all the way to Patriot League Player of the Year as a sophomore.
Yeah, really unrecruited in basketball. A couple of the academies, Air Force Army, he said we're looking at him as potentially an option quarterback. Was the 5th sophomore to win the Patriot League Player of the Year award in the 30-plus year history of the league. And now Smith right there trying to impede the progress, and it's a travel call here on Lehigh.
The other thing worth noting for Colgate, as you see some of the students under the basket right here, Braden Smith just tricky, getting in there, crafty, steals, rebounds, does a little bit of everything for this team. Much like a quarterback in football, which he was in high school. Cam Gillis, the freshman who had 30 in the semifinals, a little rattled here early on the road.
A 3rd turnover already here on the Mountain Hawks in the first 5 minutes or so. It's been an 11-2 run here for Colgate in the last 3.5 minutes. Smith trying to add to it. Can't. Chebahar able to clear it. Keith Higgins Jr. on the floor. As Kiana mentioned, top of the broadcast, missed 9 games more with an Achilles issue. First team all-league player, has the basketball now before giving it up to MoMA. But coming off the bench now, Dr. Brett Reed talking about not wanting to kind of wreck the rhythm the starting group has had, but he can provide points and offense off the bench. Gillis can't get that shot to go. 3 of 7 shooting now for Lehigh at the outset. Not bad, but Colgate lights out the start.
See if Colgate tries to go inside here to Records.
MoMA had position, took the contact, went down, no call, and Records easy pickings there.
With this bigger lineup, Records and Woodward in the game, 6'10", 6'10 up front. The size and muscle, look for Colgate to keep pounding it inside.
Suddenly, the Raiders here by double figures already. Higgins, Nicholas Louis-Jacques, another guy that missed time with injury this year, tracking him, and MoMA, nice follow tap.
A lot of credit to MoMA. You mentioned starting tonight for Dominic Parolin, and our thoughts with Dominic Parolin, who we know would love to be playing in this game with an injury in the semifinals.
A further evaluation for him coming, but clearly unavailable. Turnover, Lehigh and Gillis on the run out. Something to watch. Colgate committed 10, or Lehigh had 10 steals against Colgate in the last meeting.
The both meetings during the regular season were low-scoring, hard-fought, physical affairs, and this one has a much better pace to it. Nice run out there for the freshman, Cam Gillis.
Parker Jones, another first year on the floor. Entry pass for Jeff Woodward. Senior trap, gets it back out. 7 left in the shot clock. Smith probing the paint, scoop hoop, little short. Woodward had 5 offensive rebounds in the semis. Another one here. Louis Jacques can't throw it in, and off the top of the backboard, it'll be Lehigh basketball. So Mo, 7 straight trips to the Patriot League final. The last 5 here in this building where they won 4 of the 5. Chance to do it again. And it's their 6th different opponent the last 6 years in the league.
Just incredible run, and there's Matt Langle, his 13th season. What a job he's done here in Hamilton. 5 straight regular season titles, 7 straight Patriot League championship appearance. Playing to get back to the big dance again tonight.
Yeah, the only loss in that stretch, 2020, here to Boston University by 3. The rest of the games have been won by a decided Colgate margin in those Patriot League affairs. Chebahard can't hit from deep.
And that's a shot that Lehigh wants. Chebahard on the perimeter, making Jeff Woodward guard in the perimeter.
Woodward trying to body up on the inside, working through the double team, and the whistle. Timeout on the floor. Colgate attacking on the interior, and the #1 seeds getting things done. Lehigh trying to hang, but it's Colgate by 6. You're watching Bracket Week presented by Kubota here in the Patriot League Championship. Colgate 17-11 lead here first half. Our Kiana Martin caught up with Colgate head coach Matt Langle just a moment ago.
Coach, you guys got off to a hot start. How do you continue this?
Yeah, just sustain the effort and the energy, make good decisions. We had a careless turnover that led to some points. We got to play inside out as the game continues.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Patriot League Coach of the Year 5 times in the last 7 years. 5 20-win seasons for Colgate basketball, Mo, all coming in the last 6 years.
And a big thanks to these great coaches in this league. They give us so much access to their team and their players and student athletes, and nobody's done it better than that guy, former player at Penn, and his family all right there behind the bench in this intimate setting. His dad there as well, and mom. The Langle family has won a lot of games here in Hamilton over the last several years.
Matt will often bring out the seat backs to reserve kind of for his family in the stands here in this intimate venue at Cotterill Court at Colgate. And right now, Lehigh getting back in, and Mo, it kind of feels like they weathered that initial storm. Remember, this is a team that was getting drilled at BU by 21 late first half, battled all the way back to survive.
And you mentioned Keith Higgins, Jason, has battled the Achilles injury, and he gets a good look right there. One of the better players, preseason all-league selection. He's going to have to score some points as Lehigh goes to a little bit smaller lineup as we kind of expected.
Cox dealing it off. Jones, his pull-up good. He and Cox, high school teammates out in Southern California, reunited after going to different prep schools here at Colgate.
Yeah, Parker Jones, Sherman Oaks, California. They both went to Loyola High School near LA, and Parker Jones went to Worcester Academy out here, and nice-looking freshman here, another freshman for Matt Langle in this Colgate attack.
And just like Lehigh, the freshmen taking on larger roles as the year went on, primarily for their work on defense. 4 left in the shot clock. Higgins will try it. That one, long rebound out to Louis Jacques. Cox back for Woodward. Driving, gets the roll. Chance to make it a 3-point play for the energy provider for this building, Mo.
They love him. They got his shirts on underneath the basket. Parker Jones here first. Nice little shot fake, getting into that defense again. Lehigh with a smaller lineup. Nice finish for the young freshman. But Big Jeff from Audubon, PA, got the postseason beard in full effect. The passion, the energy. 9 big points, 7 big rebounds in the semifinal.
And Matt Langle said his toughness got us over the hump in that game. Some key plays down the stretch. And Mo, just some big energy type plays first half to kind of get them to the locker room only trailing by 9, and they were able to find a way past a really determined Bucknell team.
He was a difference in the game. He really was. You know, Colgate, shoots 0 for 14 from the 3 in the first half against Bucknell. Jeff Woodward brought them back into this game with his energy and excitement. Sam Thompson, another good energy guy off the bench with a big rebound.
Well, Lehigh suddenly with a dry spell over 2.5 minutes. Colgate has it back out to double figure. Woodward again. Outfoxing the double team.
The fans love it. He's pointing to him. He wants the basketball, and that's what Matt Langle wanted to do, go inside.
Timeout, Lehigh. Well, turnover there for Lehigh, not a timeout, and they come right down. Jalen Cox attacking on the way through, and now that's going to lead to the timeout. All Colgate here early on. Oh no, this is what Brett Reed was trying to avoid, and suddenly Colgate has swarmed things over.
Yeah, you've got to make Colgate defend, and the fans getting into the game here. The home court advantage, the experience, the toughness, Colgate, and you see, as I mentioned, one of their keys, get to the basket early on, some runouts, easy layups, nice finishes around the rim, and of late, Jeff Woodward, shot fake, use that physical presence around the rim. The crowd loves it, Big Jeff loves it, and the Raider faithful love it.
Again, Woodward, Mo, Colgate started the year with both of those bigs on the floor, and then they went away from it. Matt Langle said in part because the players, a lot of them live together. They were even talking, said we need to get Jeff back coming off the bench. It just kind of works better. Feels like it does work better. He and Records kind of replace one another, and it's led to all of this success.
And that's the difference between having a good team and a great program. Colgate has a great program because their team leads from within. They made that move, and this team has taken off since that point.
Cox able to finish things off. Another three-point play for Matt Langle's team, and it's a 15-point edge here near the midway part of the opening half.
Really important possession here for Lehigh. This has got to be Tyler Whitney-Sydney offensively.
Chebahar trying for 3, offline. Lehigh 1 of 6 from long range. Sam Thompson trying to get position. Double team coming. His pass off the underside of the basket, and Lehigh looking to break the scoreless drought. They do. Chebahar able to finish on the run out.
Great hands by the big lefty. Started his career as a Division III player. Came to Lehigh, didn't play much early. He's had a spectacular season for the Mountain Hawks.
Just 41 minutes combined the last 2 years, and Chandler Baker, his old high school teammate on the opposite end, drains a 3.
We couldn't draw it up any better. High school teammates, one basket on the other, one on the other side. 2 Georgia kids getting baskets here in Hamilton, New York.
From the Walker School, both of them in Georgia. Higgins Jr., good look, can't finish, battling for it. And a loose ball foul coming up here on Ryan Moffitt.
The thing I love about Chebahar is his hands. Got great soft hands, ability to catch the ball. Nice job, catch, lefty finish. And this guy can flat out shoot it. Matt Langle said one of the best shooters he's ever been around. He comes off the bench for instant offense for the Raiders.
Only averages about 10 and 11 minutes per game. Matt Langle said you can leave him there for a while. He'll just come in and fill it up. #1 3-point shooter, 46% in the Patriot League.
Colgate switching everything on defense right now.
Higgins hesitates, hits, tough shot, and he delivers.
6'4" junior, another California, West Hills, California, just trying to get healthy. He's going to have to score here in the second half, and Tyler Whitney-Sydney's going to have to get going here offensively as well.
Colgate Over 70% shooting here, opening half. 12 of 17, including a couple of threes. Baker too strong that time. Thompson trying for the tap out, and they'll get a personal foul on him. Dr. Brett Reed's team, well, they were down 20 plus in the semis, coming back again from double digits here in the final.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Kubota. Together we do more. By AT&T. We believe connecting changes everything. And by Geico. For all your insurance needs, it's easy to Geico.
Lehigh's last trip to the Patriot League, or to the NCAA tournament, came in 2012. You saw when Brett Reed and company had C.J. McCollum and a cast of other good performers to get things done where they upset Duke. Brett Reed standing by moments ago with Kiana Martin.
Coach, this isn't uncharted territory considering last week against BU. How do you turn around the momentum?
Well, I think we just got to play interior defense and hold them to one. And then the way in which we're getting their best shots is when the ball's moving fast. So we just got to stick to a formula, not panic, and continue to fight.
All right, thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
Brett Reed, smart guy, Mo, has a PhD in instructional technology with a specialization in sports administration. His dad was a high school, junior college coach. His dad won JUCO national title out there at Oakland Community College in Michigan, and Brett using that higher education to fortify his coaching career.
Always so fun to talk to Dr. Brett Reed in his 17th year at Lehigh.
Again, for his group, as you see, Ingram let it fly from long range. Excuse me, Nasir Whitlock, first year from Plymouth, Minnesota, getting some time here, Mo, and he knocks it down from deep.
Another good-looking freshman for Lehigh and in the Patriot League, all set up by Tyler Whitney-Sydney, moving without the basketball and sharing it on the offensive end.
Gillis, Ingram, and Whitlock, a trio of first-year guards, have all been key contributors for Lehigh this year, and Smith turns, fires, and delivers.
A little over 12 a game, over 5 rebounds a game, almost 6 assists a game, top 50 in the country, #1 in the Patriot League, and confidence growing for the young point guard.
Whitlock trying again from deep, and that one doesn't fall. Smith does so many things, Mo, for this team. Wheels it inside there for records. Double team coming. Spotting Cox, and a nice closeout there from Whitney-Sydney. Smith's triple try offline, out of bounds. It'll remain Colgate basketball.
You see Braden Smith here, just ability to stop. Watch him wheel back over here, uses great legs, get up and shoot. Great spin on the basketball, touch.
Mom Kristen on hand, checking out her son.
Not easy to get here from Seattle, Washington. Let me tell you something. Our cars kind of know how to get here, Jason. 6 years in a row we've been here for the championship game.
You put it in the GPS today and it said, again?
Great crowd, great fans.
Smith pull up, yes. If he gets those seams, Mo, look out.
Yeah, and this pace favors Colgate. The first 2 matchups in the regular season, low 60-point, hard-fought games. Colgate playing really fast right now.
Turnover. Cummins, and another bucket for Colgate. And Brett Reed needs another timeout. The Raiders rolling it home, worth the trip from far away.
Team defense on display here for Colgate. Watch Brady Cummins here and watch Keegan Records really show on this ball screen. As that happens, they confuse the offensive attack there for Lehigh and the quick run out. Cummins has been really good finishing around the rim and getting them off to an early start. Team defense has led to offense. If you're Lehigh, got to take care of the basketball now and get a good shot every possession.
We'll see if Lehigh can settle in and try to whittle down this margin a little bit before the break. Brett Reed talked about just not making this game bigger than it is, Mo, but there's Everybody in Lehigh playing in it for the first time, and there's a handful of veterans here for Colgate that have been in this position year in, year out in their careers. And that includes that guy, Keegan Records, another easy bucket inside.
South Kingston, Rhode Island native, very under-recruited out of high school, came here, got better. Preseason player of the year in offense and defense and first-team all-selection this year.
8:01 for Colgate, stopped by Chebahar. Able to shake free inside, give him a half dozen to guide the way for the Mountain Hawks.
The only thing Colgate has really not done well in this first half is contain Whitney Sidney. Off the bounce, he's able to get wherever he wants to go.
Cummins trying to find space against Ingram. Records backing down. Whitney Sidney left his man who's alone. That was a good three look for Parker Jones, who can't hit it.
Double team now coming in the post for Lehigh, playing that smaller group.
Ingram. Still a struggle from long range here for the Mountain Hawks. 2 of 9 from deep. Smith, what a setup. Cummins lays it in, sophomore to sophomore.
How about the speed? Defensive rebound all the way to the rim and an assist.
Gillis taking it strong and finding the bottom of the net.
Fearless young freshman.
Your Sidwell friends of the DC area in that career high 30 in the semifinal. 9 of 12 field goals, and for him, able to just his second bucket of the game. Tough miss for the Raiders, and Lehigh with a rare attempt to make it back-to-back buckets in this game.
Yeah, good defensive possession, not good offense there for Colgate, and nice job by Lehigh.
So Gillis on the way to the hoop gets fouled. Braden Smith setting up Brady Cummins, and Colgate has things to its liking at home. Colgate taking it to Lehigh here, first half of the Patriot League final. Ahead on AT&T at the half. Adam Zucker, Wally Zerbiak, Shelvin Mack, John Rothstein will get you caught up on all the latest from bracket week around the country. That's ahead on AT&T at the half. How about some teams, Mo, getting to the dance that maybe haven't gotten there before, like Stetson? Samford, first time since 2000. Bucky McMillan coaching high school basketball a few years ago. Now he's taking a team to the dance.
The stories that come out in March are just amazing, and for these universities and schools and players, incredible opportunities. And speaking of incredible, how about Braden Smith? Off to a great start, 9 big points, 3 assists. Does a little bit of everything for this team, doesn't he? My key for Lehigh, you got to stop him, you got to contain him. He's been able to just get going offensively. From defense to offense, one of the fastest guys in the country.
He's not the only sophomore Braden Smith in the country that runs an attack. Of course, Braden Smith at Purdue has that team in the top 5, but don't sleep on this guy. You've already seen how he can help guide his team and facilitate so many things. And Mo, you mentioned not only the scoring, but in the Patriot League, he leads in assists, tied for second in steals, 7th in scoring, and a top 15 rebounder at 6 feet tall.
Just incredible. Makes big plays, 8 for 9 from the free throw line in that hard-fought game against Bucknell in the semifinal.
Gillis able to get that to fall through. Brett Reed said he was sensational in the semifinals on his own personal run there in the second half.
A big 4 minutes here, under 4 minutes for Lehigh. Try to chip into this lead, get a little momentum going into halftime. I would look for Colgate to continue to try to pound this ball inside to Woodward.
Smith had it deflected. Ben Knosman on the floor for the first time with the outlet pass. And Lehigh can't finish. Lehigh pushing back the other way. Smith. Woodward there looking for position. And a foul underneath on the Mountain Hawks. Good luck trying to box out this guy.
Physical play. Long shots mean long rebounds. Look at Big Jeff in here. Grabbing. There's a hook play there, a tip in. Big Jeff finding a way. Get himself back to the foul line. This is the one weakness in his game. Does not shoot the ball well from the foul line, but he makes up for it with energy and effort.
16th foul on the Mountain Hawks. So Woodward under 60% shooter from the stripe. Colgate, as a group, struggled in the semifinals, just 61%, and overcame tough shooting from the line, from the field, to get past Bucknell. 1 of 2 for Woodward.
Big Jeff got his postseason beard in full form.
Been working on that thing for months, though. It's a work in progress, because he expects he's going to need it in the playoffs. With Colgate and its series of runs, another Lehigh giveaway. Smith acrobatically can't finish, but an offensive board there for Colgate. It's 4.
Braden Smith can get from defense to offense so fast.
Woodward attacking again, and another trip to the stripe. So the chance of Woody, some of the teams in the background, Cross in the mix, rooting on their classmate. This is how we showed up on campus as a freshman.
And does this even look like him here? There's without the beard.
You need longer whiskers there.
I mean, look at that thing. It's incredible. Postseason, just like their incredible run in the postseason. You know, talking to Matt Langle before the game, just today, saying how competitive he is on the court. He just wills their teams to win. And he's such an incredible student athlete off the court. Does so many, things for kids in his community. Works at a summer camp. And just a wonderful, wonderful kid. But his competitive nature on the court fuels this team.
Yeah, he's worked with special needs young adults on the autism spectrum. Wants to get into personal therapy to help others. Get his master's in counseling when all is said and done. And he is a difference maker for Colgate. Under 3 left to go. Lehigh trying to string together some scores and stops, and Woodward stopping everything again.
Trying to get Higgins going. I think it's worth mentioning this Colgate team they're looking ahead to the NCAA tournament is big. 6'10", 6'10", 6'9".
Gillis had to get it off there at the end of the shot clock. Almost stuck it. But another empty trip for the Mountain Hawks.
Yeah, kind of one and done. No offensive rebounding for Lehigh.
Moffitt, step back 3. A little short. Guess who? It's Jeff Woodward's world. We're just watching it right now.
We are enjoying it, enjoying the beard, enjoying the play. The Raiders off to a big lead here in the first half.
Lehigh again. Coming up empty. Pull up. Got it. And Whitney Sidney back at the other end, so they stop play to attend to him. And coming up, a little gimpy on that left leg. Take another look.
Yeah, it looked like maybe that left ankle roll. Yep, you can see the pain there. And they need him. This team has battled injuries throughout the entire year. Preseason number 2, Higgins, Whitney Sidney, all league guys. Dominic Parolin out for the rest of the season. What a terrific young man. Feel for him not being able to play in this game. Game you dream about playing in your whole career. The Canadian, and such a wonderful kid. This season is over, and now Whitney Sidney on the bench, and we mentioned Higgins' difficulties with the Achilles all year, so this team has endured a lot. But let me tell you, they've been down in a lot of games and found a way back.
And they have been in most games this year. Of their 17 losses, 10 by 6 points or less. Higgins trying to start to get the offense perked up. That's big for him to get on a roll.
Really nice offensive set by Dr. Brett Reed, getting him a look.
Higgins now with 5. Third 3 of the game. Woodward.
That would have brought the roof down, Jason. We might have had a technical foul from the students on the court.
And what a step through, just can't finish. Foul there on the outside. Cox getting aggressive. And just a 4th team foul here on Colgate opening half.
And Mo, you touched on this Colgate team. Longer, especially at the guard spots, and again, the best defensive team of the Matt Langle era.
And experience too, right? You know, Moffitt, records, and even Braden Smith last year playing in the NCAA tournament. You know, Woodward, a lot of guys that have played a lot of minutes, been on this big stage an awful lot.
Higgins, kick back, extra pass, Whitlock left open. That doesn't fall.
Veteran play there by the sophomore. Slow it down, about 6 or 7 seconds difference, shot clock, game clock. Smith's so good with this high ball screen. Matt Langle going to take a timeout.
He'll set things up for his team. We'll step aside for 30 as well. The Raiders trying to cap an impressive first half. Well, CBS Sports celebrates Women's History Month, recognizing the outstanding contributions women have made on and off the field of play. Got members of women's lacrosse team, women's basketball team will be on this floor in the Patriot League semis tomorrow night against Boston University. Winner advances to the Patriot League tournament final, which you'll be able to see here on CBS Sports Network Sunday at noon.
Colgate women's hockey in the NCAA tournament, winning the ECAC, playing here at home. So a lot of good things going on here in Hamilton.
Out of the timeout, if you're Matt Langle, you got an embarrassment of riches offensively here. Who do you go to in this spot?
Yeah, let Braden Smith make his own decision. 4 on the shot clock, going to have to be Baker now.
Forced to heave it up, missed everything, shot clock violation.
That was a really nice defensive possession for Lehigh. Something to build on right now. You got 7 seconds left here in the first half. You got a good defensive stop. A quick basket, maybe a drive here, dish out to Cheva Hart, see if he can get a little momentum going into halftime.
Gillis and Smith again. Colgate's got fouls to give, Mo, here, so they take one with 4.8 left. And they can play this game again if they choose.
Yeah, give another. So Matt's going to sub here probably, and they want Braden Smith to pick up a second. You get Cox out of the game. 4.8 on the shot clock.
And that's Cummins who takes that one.
This is the kind of stuff you work on. You know, these are staff meetings. These are things you work on the end of practice. Do we foul? Do we want to give up fouls? You know, this is a tough call here in the first half because, you know, you don't want to get anybody in foul trouble. You know, end of the game's a totally different situation. But let's not question that guy. He's in his 7th straight Patriot League championship game.
Ingram waits, can't hit. And Colgate here, 45-26. Lehigh was down 18 in the semifinal round at Boston at the break and rallied to come back to win an OT. Can they do it against the top seed and multi-time defending champions here in the Patriot League? The Raiders have been ultra impressive so far. Well, let's see what the head coach has to think about it. Matt Langle is with me on.
Hey, Coach, you said pregame you wanted your guys to get the ball inside. 28 points in the paint so far in the first half. What are you liking with your offense?
Yeah, we got to keep getting in there. We got to get it off the glass, and we got to feed the post and space accordingly. I think we've got a big advantage there with their unfortunate circumstances, and we got to keep trying to get it there.
What do you want to see more of in the second half?
Yeah, our defense has to sustain. We can't kind of feel the energy and get carried away. We're a really good defensive team. We've got to keep playing good defense.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Matt Langle's had the winning formula the last few years in the Patriot League, and he's halfway to tasting victory again. After the break, we'll get you to Adam Zucker and Company for AT&T at the half. You're watching Bracket Week, presented by Kubota.
At Lehigh, we don't just want to leave our mark on the world. We want to leave the world better than we found it. We envision possibilities and engineer solutions. We think education should be experiential and experimental. We seek out new ways to connect and collaborate and create a community we can always come home to. At Lehigh, we are built for tomorrow's challenges. Are you?
You're watching Bracket Week presented by Kubota here in the Patriot League Championship. Top-seeded Raiders chasing another title at home. Big lead on Lehigh here at halftime. Jason Mo Casera back courtside at Cotterill Court. 45 points, second most in the first half for the Raiders here to start. Get a team that's prided itself on defense this year, breaking out in a big way.
They've played fast, they've got out to an early lead, and they've shared the basketball, and they've just pounded the ball inside. They have 28 points in the paint. They've done it different ways. Throwing it inside to their size, Keegan Records, and Jeff up front, but I'll tell you what, it's in transition, easy layups, offensive rebounds, just different ways, just attacking that glass. And Matt Langle talked about that going off the court.
8 of the 10 Colgate players that have played have scored. You look at the first half stats brought to you by JP Morgan Wealth Management. And again, the size difference dominant right now for Colgate.
And another thing I like in Colgate stats, 10 assists on 19 made baskets. So they have a big lead. They're at home. They've got the experience. They've played well in the first half.
Well, for more on a Lehigh perspective, let's check in with Gianna Martin.
Yeah, guys, I got the chance to talk with Brent Reed. He said that this team, they have to play better defense. He said he's not going to worry about his offense right now. He said Colgate is scoring at will with them. He said the drivers are driving. He said their shots are falling. He said you have to hold them to one shot. Also, he said there's no exact update right now on Tyler Whitney-Sydney's status right now. When the team came out, he was sitting on the side, but now he has made his way to the court. So that's encouraging news for Lehigh right now, guys.
Yes, trying to stretch things out. Again, we'll track that left ankle that he turned late in the first half, but giving it a go here to start the second. Again, Lehigh already down. Third-team All-League performer Dominic Parolin, who went out in the semifinal round with an injury. Ingram on the inside, trying to get it to Chebahar. Had it tapped back by the Colgate defense. 7 to shoot. Gillis in traffic. Earns the foul call.
Really nice offensive possession out of the half. Coming out, making Colgate guard. Colgate got in a switch a little bit. You get yourself to the foul line. And if you're Lehigh, you've been down before. We talked about them being down, you know, in the semifinal at BU. They're on the road. Get to the foul line. Slow the game down a little bit. Chip away.
Gillis set in warm-ups of the semifinal, Mo, that he hit some shots, felt good. Then he had a couple go down first half, felt good. More go down the second half, and he just kept on going. Brett Reed told us this morning at shoot-around, he said he talked with his high school coach at Sidwell Friends, Eric Singletary, who said, I've seen that look in his eye before when he gets into takeover mode.
I mean, 30 points, 6 for 8 from the three, 6 for 6 from the foul line. Tremendous performance, and gets them to the foul line here to start the second half. But as Brett Reed said to Keon, it's going to be on this end. They got to get stops.
MoMA trying to shut down Records. How about Smith soaring in for the tap?
What an athlete. Great hands and finish.
Braden Smith into double figures now. He's got 11. MoMA. Pull up, and that's a little short. Cummins left open, and he can scoot and get to the cup with the best of them here in the Patriot League. Quick timeout from Brett Reed here in half 2.
Colgate continues to just attack the glass and get inside. Brady Cummins attacking the rim, and the Raiders are rolling in Hamilton.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by JP Morgan Wealth Management and by ACE, the helpful place.
Some of the great coaching alums of the Patriot League and where they stand in the career Patriot League tournament win title. With a win in this one, Matt Lange will tie Fran O'Hanlon for the most Patriot League tournament wins ever, and it would be his 18th in the last 7 years.
Just incredible.
Speaking of amazing, how about Braden Smith, Mo? He always seems to have a knack for being in the right spot.
The point guard averages 5 rebounds a game. Watch him run to the rim there and just see the Lehigh defense watching the basketball on that double team. He takes advantage of any mistake you make.
And
maybe had a little motivation. Regular season finale, Colgate played at Lehigh, that tight game, Mo. He had not one, not two, not three, 8 turnovers in that game.
We called that game very uncharacteristic, and there is his very proud mother.
Yeah, Kristen Smith there. We had the moms misidentified their first half. Brady Cummins' mom, Braden Smith's mom. Got it right. Kristen, got to be enjoying this, making the trek here to Hamilton, New York, and they love it here in Hamilton. And Mo, they're getting spoiled because they're seeing some really good teams do some really great things here in this championship round. Whitney Sidney stepping into a 3. And guess who? Smith there.
Another rebound.
Already his 6th, along with 3 assists, a steal, and 11 big points.
Just a nose for the basketball.
One of the things Brett Reed said to be aware of, such influence in so many facets of the game. And he has done major damage to the Mountain Hawks here. Gillis, corner look. Too deep. MoMA trying to keep it alive. Cummins will back it out. Pull up 3. Yep.
Well, Matt Langle can find him all the way from York, Maine. Brady Cummins off to a great start in the first half and keeps it going here in the second.
Doesn't score in the semifinal, his first pointless game all year. Responds with a new career high of 17. Is Whitney Sidney, who always has a nose for the bucket, able to lay it in.
Yeah, Tyler Whitney Sidney moves as well without the basketball as anybody in the country. Constantly moving, looking for attacks, and boy, can he finish around the rim.
Records on the back down. Able to twist his way past MoMA for 2.
And you just feel how much Lehigh misses Dominic Parolin in that front court, his size and strength, especially defensively.
MoMA, kick back, Chebahar. Eyeing up 3, rattled out. And neither team really hitting it from deep. Smith, everything he touches turns to gold here for the Raiders, continuing to dominate.
Yeah, Chebahar got a really good look at a 3, and he's had some big games from 22 against Lafayette in the quarterfinal, but can't get that one to go, and Braden Smith just attacks the rim on the other end.
MoMA, baseline attack. Records denying that, and a foul. Just the second on Keegan Records. And Mo, man, what a transformation for him. You mentioned it. Keegan Records, lightly recruited out of high school, lightly recruited out of prep school, comes to Colgate, and after the end of last year, again, has that COVID bonus season. He went to Matt Langle and said, you know, I really was never recruited. I want to kind of test the waters. Puts himself in the portal, and according to his family, got offered or at least contact from about 50 schools.
Yep.
His dad told us Florida and Clemson really wanted him, but ultimately he decided to stay at Colgate, keep playing big minutes, developing with great friends and teammates, and look where he is again.
And this is why, that's why he's here. Right here, you know, we've got to know his parents over the years, and he's back here because of this game and what they've built here, and credit to him. He's going to keep it going here, go back to another NCAA tournament.
People always ask, why has Colgate been really successful? Again, great program, coaching, development, roster retention, Mo. They've kept most of their guys here in this transfer era.
And, you know, I mentioned that in the first half. That's the difference between a good program and a great program.
Matt Langle's team in control again, trying to cruise to another Patriot League tournament crown. Brady Cummins styling from deep. Keegan Records doing his thing on the interior. And how about Braden Smith? He can score from anywhere, and the Raiders getting it done. St. Patrick's Day around the corner. Colgate, they don't need to be lucky, Mo. They're good. Wow. And taking it to Lehigh right now. Well, more Patriot League play Sunday, noon Eastern. Women's basketball title game in this league. See which teams will try and come out for a chance at the big stage of the women's tournament right here on CBS Sports Network. Well, here on Monday night, Colgate women hosting Navy in the quarterfinal round. Matt Langle and his family in attendance, and they're getting things done. Tiaja McMillan at 17. Alexa Brody, tough pull-up. She at 25. And the women roll on. Some of the men's team there. Nicholas Louis-Jacques, Alex Capitano on hand, rooting on Yaniat Adedunton. Coach G, as she's better known in these parts, as the Raider women potentially working their way to the Patriot League final, just like in the men's basketball tournament. The better seed will host. Holy Cross is the 1 seed. If Holy Cross were to fall, Colgate were to win, they'd host this thing coming on Sunday. Right now, the Raider men handling their business here at home, as they so often have in the Patriot League tournament, with a comfortable cushion. Moffitt can't hit from the side. Ben Knosman, junior from Dayton, Ohio. Back for Chebahar. Whitney Sidney trying to get around Woodward, who's returned. And short on that shot.
How about Woodward moving his feet, using his big body? Terrific team defense possession for Colgate.
And Lehigh just 1 of 7 shooting second half. Louis-Jacques got it back for Smith. Another paint attack and another put down.
Just unable to stop his drives, especially on that ball reversal. His ability to get to the lane has just proven to be too much for Lehigh, and maybe for the whole Patriot League in this tournament.
13-2 run in the last 3.5 minutes. Knosman has it pop out. 3 of 18 from beyond the arc here for Lehigh. Smith will back it out. Higgins picking his pocket, trying to win it. And they'll say out of bounds first. Colgate ball. And while we've got a moment, let's get you over to Kiana Martin.
Hey guys, I heard you guys talking about Braden's mom, Kristen. Well, she said she could not miss this game. As you guys mentioned, traveled cross country from Seattle to catch her son play tonight. I spoke with her moments ago. She said although they're up a substantial amount, she said she watched that Lehigh game on Sunday. She said it's not over until it's over. She's definitely got the mom nerves going, but hopefully she can have a little sigh of relief right now.
Well, with her son at the controls of Colgate, usually good things happen. Can't get it at the end of the shot clock. Knosman looking to push. Higgins. And Henri Adiasa, the sophomore from Cameroon, out of the Crossroads School in California, getting some minutes again with the injury to Parolin. Trying to come in and be aggressive on the inside.
That was a nice offensive attack there. Knosman looking for Higgins on the wing, trying to get him going, find some offense. Baseline out of bounds, 20 on the shot clock here for Lehigh.
So Brett Reed going to the bench and trying to find some positive minutes from Adiasa. Whitlock pull up. That will fall through.
Another really good-looking freshman. Dr. Brett Reed got really, 3 freshmen in the backcourt, got a lot of valuable minutes this season.
And he'll work through the non-conference schedule, kind of really try out a lot of different roster combinations, kind of pare it back for league play. And now tinkering with some things here to see if he can find a magic recipe for a recovery. Thompson underneath. Going to Woodward. Adiasa got caught up in the air, and they'll call Woodward for the travel first.
Nice little pass in there, interior, Sam Thompson. Maybe the travel was as he was catching the basketball. That's some physical postseason play right there.
Well, we've seen Jeff put his team on his back. Didn't know if he could put both teams on his back, potentially. There's another good-looking shot from Nasir Whitlock, a terrific player from the state of Minnesota. And Lehigh just trying to see if they can string together some points, get to the next media timeout and see where it's at. Turnover Colgate. Higgins. Whitlock. Yes! Nasir Whitlock giving a spark here to the Mountain Hawks. Surging run here for Lehigh. Again, for a team that made just 1 3 in its last 12. Whitlock with some mid-range stuff and then able to find the range from deep.
Yeah, nice job throwing the ball ahead. Whitlock mentioned freshman can really score and taking advantage, get a little momentum here for the Mountain Hawks as Matt Langle had gone to the bench, had a different lineup in there. He was not happy, calls a quick timeout and gets back on his team. Little loosey-goosey there, a couple lackluster plays, turning the ball over for Colgate, and Lehigh takes advantage. A lot of credit. They have continued to battle here, and it, has not been their evening for their loyal fans who've made the trip up from Bethlehem.
7-0 run here in the last 2:05 for Brett Reed's team. Again, haven't had a lot of success here in Hamilton of late that nobody really has in the Patriot League. Trying to snap a 7-game losing streak to the Raiders here in Hamilton. Have won their last 5 road games coming in. Include back-to-back victories in the Patriot League tournament at arch rival Lafayette, and then the overtime comeback from 21 down at BU in the semifinals.
Lehigh with a much smaller lineup here, almost like with Knotsman at the 4 spot.
Nicholas Louis-Jacques, junior from Miami. He can hit it from deep, his 40th triple of the season.
He hit 2 big free throws in the game at Lehigh, as big as they've had all season to secure that win in Bethlehem.
Knotsman trying it from the side. How about Woodward? One-handed rebound?
He has done it all tonight. Fans love him, and all of a sudden Colgate gets that momentum back. Louis-Jacques with that big 3.
Woodward rolling into the paint, and a foul on Whitlock.
Good looking shot for Lehigh. Kind of sums up the game right there, just in and out, and Big Jeff with the muscle in the hands. And he has gotten his agility in hands and feet have gotten so much better over his time here in Hamilton.
They love him.
I gotta get one of those shirts.
Can't handle the wood. Almost scoring it again. He'll have to earn it from the free throw line. And man, he is loving life. And they're loving him. Colgate getting ready to celebrate a holiday here. It's called potentially another trip to the big dance.
The Patriot League is dedicated to the development of the student athlete through excellence in athletic competition, challenging academics, personal growth, and contributions within their communities. The Patriot League places among the NCAA leaders in graduation rates annually, with graduates moving on to serve in all facets of society by using their talents and voices for positive change. We are today's scholar athletes. We are tomorrow's leaders. We are the Patriot League.
Two teams trying to say, I'm a champion tonight at the end of the Patriot League tournament final. Right now, the Raiders rolling here at home against Lehigh. More championships to come tonight, 10:30 Eastern. How about the Mountain West Women's Championship tipping off in Las Vegas? San Diego State and UNLV meet in the final. Don't miss the action here on CBS Sports Network. Then, Mo, when you look at this game and 2 prime performers, you expect them to do their thing, but it's always, it seems, the unexpected things that come out here in the madness of March.
This is the time, right? Somebody steps up and score you might not expect, and a perfect game right here. Look at Jeff Woodward, had a kind of a regular solid season, and then once the postseason lights came on, he's been spectacular.
Not able to hit from the line. Matt Langle, again, getting 17 thus far from Brady Cubbins, who averages 7 per game. Nasir Whitlock with a blast of adrenaline for Lehigh. now in double figures with 10. His 4th double-figure scoring game of the year. Woodward not able to knock down either. Drive there for Knosman. Counted on the goaltend call.
The smaller lineup has been good for Lehigh. They continue to put pressure and attack. Knosman, takes right at Sam and Thompson, and just a little bit late on the help. Now they're able to set up this full court pressure. Got 4 guards into the game, and again trying to make Big Jeff handle the ball up the court. So nice job by Lehigh, fighting their way back here with 11:40 to go.
Cox. Woodward working his way in. So patient in the post. Lost the handle. Lehigh ball. Adiasa did enough to get possession.
Yeah, just a little too slow. Got to get that basketball to the rim there. Nice job by Adiasa using that big body, and another turnover.
Whitlock in Lehigh as a team, hitting 4 of its last 5 shots. Whitlock will try it again from deep. Adiasa with the offensive rebound. Back into the hands of Higgins. He'll drive and score.
There you saw Keith Higgins, the preseason first-team selection, attack the rim, and his health just not able to get back to 100%. Terrific offensive move, though. Hey, a lot of credit to this Lehigh team. They have really battled here this last couple minutes.
Pass off for Woodward, able to get it done up and over Adiasa.
A nice drive and pass by Parker Jones, the freshman.
4 of 5 shooting for Woodward. He's got 10 points, 4 boards, and an assist. And also a rejection. Knosman. And Woodward able to pull down this rebound. And the offense has been good, Mo, and the defense has been good too for this Colgate team. Again, really limiting the Mountain Hawks beside this recent kind of thrust. Louis Jacques attacking, a little out of control, and he'll get bailed out with a foul call. Knosman will pick up that personal.
Throughout the entire evening, Colgate has just been able to dribble drive and get into that paint and attack the glass really the whole evening. So kind of sums up what they've done really well. Matt Lango clearly focused on getting into that interior defense, and you see Louis Jacques, who's been a good lift off the bench for him. I think it's worth talking about. Colgate, as they look forward to the NCAA tournament here, if they can get through this 10 minutes. This is a team that went undefeated on the road in the Patriot League. They won at Vermont. They were beating Syracuse in the Dome, chance to beat them 3 years in a row by 20 points in the second half. They've got depth and they've got experience. Like, those are all the things, if you kind of line those up. This is a dangerous, potentially dangerous team when they get into the bracket in March.
This certainly is the case. Adiasa with his 3rd foul. MoMA returns. Jason Seigel, senior from Scarsdale, New York, getting in here for Lehigh. Walk-on that's given the Mountain Hawks some minutes throughout the year. Louis Jacques steps out. Chandler Baker returns here for Colgate.
Interesting, Whitney Sidney's been on the bench for a while, so I think that injury is probably a little bit worse than we, thought, that rolled ankle.
And the margin here for Colgate right now at 25. Whitlock, no. MoMA keeps it going on the offensive glass. Offline for Higgins. MoMA driving baseline. Yes, and the foul. Ube MoMA from Unionville, Connecticut. Time at Brewster Academy. And getting work done here in Hamilton, New York.
This team's been sharing the basketball. See the shot fake there, and almost been good. Got forced into that starting lineup and played a lot of minutes here. Colgate just a little bit late on that defensive help.
Off the side rim for Momo on the free throw attempt. 35% shooting here second half for Lehigh. 66% second half for Colgate. And it may lead to yet another trip to the big dance. 9 minutes left to go. Cox rolling through. Moffitt battling for it, wins it. Again, great three-point shooter, can do all the little things too. How about the feed on the inside there for his running mate Parker Jones?
Yeah, worth talking about Ryan Moffitt. You know, a guy who's been a cornerstone for this program for years. Another guy, unrecruited from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, went to the Hill School, did a prep school year, came here, was really just a defender, worked his way in, second team Patriot League selection, and third all time in three-point percentage in the Patriot League.
Hasn't hit them with the same efficiency earlier this year, in 0 of 4 in this game, but that guy, and you can just look at the record, Mo.
It's
a
amazing.
Winner.
Oh, just a straight winner. I sat with him in the stands after shoot around for a minute today. I said, Ryan, what are you doing? He said, are you reflecting a little bit? He goes, I can't even take it all. I can't even take it all in yet. I'm not ready for that. So this is going to be his last game on this court. Just an incredible career and a wonderful student athlete. You know, Jason, we get to be around and profile so many of these great student athletes in this Patriot League.
Again, what they have done here in this last stretch of time has been unprecedented in this league. MoMA baseline pull-up. Again, 7th straight trip to the league tournament final. Looking for a 4th tournament title in a row, which nobody else has done in league history. Moffitt wheeling in, well, the scoop shot doesn't go. MoMA stepping away from traffic, and Records patiently waiting to tap it out.
Keegan Records, all defensive team, great shot blocker. You mentioned it earlier, Jason. This is why he's back here and back at Colgate, wanted to come back and win. And this team has done nothing but win. 24-9 coming into the game, 16-2 regular season in the Patriot League. Whitney Sidney back in the game. That's a good sign. Glad to see he's going to get some more minutes here this last 8 minutes.
Whitlock leaving out here for Gillis. He'll pull up and rattle it down. Cam Gillis able to see that fall through. 8 points for him now after that 30-point outbreak in the semifinal. Smith, lob back. Adiasa got a piece of it, tapped it in, think it was going in anyway off the square. And Colgate able to smile about it. Why not? The Raider run looks like it's going to continue to the dance. They've got all the energy, all the scoring, and all the dancing. You're watching Bracket Week, presented by Kubota.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by PenFed, the official credit union of the Patriot League, and by TIAA, official retirement planning partner of the Patriot League.
Colgate cruising, and you know what? They're good at hanging banners in these rafters. Wow. Look at what they've done since the start of the 2018-2019 season, Bo.
It's just incredible. I could circle every single stat in here. One's better than the next.
But the important thing at the bottom, home games. In this league, the better seed hosts throughout the Patriot League tournament. First year in the tournament final, they went to Bucknell in 2018, and they got thumped by 29. But after that, they've been the 1 seed 5 of 6 years. The 1 year they weren't, the 1 seed lost early, and they hosted every game throughout, every game in this building.
It's just incredible, and I love that the Patriot League does this. It makes every game during the regular season so valuable and worth so much. And the streak and what they've done, the road continues to run through Hamilton.
And again, tough to get to here in Central New York, and tough place to win at.
Impossible. Lehigh showed it tonight. I'll tell you what, the team defense, the interior offensive attack by Colgate, the depth, the experience, all on display here for the Raiders.
And the hunger as well for this group. Baker, a guy known for shooting threes. How about that crafty little two?
Another guy, a valuable piece as you start looking forward to the NCAA tournament. A guy that can come off the bench and get hot. This team not as good a three-point shooting team as they've been in the past. Jason, I think it's worth noting, you know, against Bucknell, they were 0 for 14 and 0 for 4 from the foul line in the first half against Bucknell and won the game.
Yeah, just 4 of 15 from long range tonight. In years past, they would deploy 3 to 4 guys on the floor that were 2 threes or more per game, about 40% from all over. That's a guy that can hit them in bunches if needed. And how about Cox able to have that fall in his lap for the rebound?
Yeah, you think of some of the shooters they've had. Nelly Cummins, Jordan Burns, Tucker Richardson over the years, Jack Ferguson. This is not a team you want to see in your bracket in the NCAA tournament.
Records had it stripped away there. Good defense by Whitney Sidney. And it's a shot clock violation. And Mo, this team, again, the struggle against Bucknell in the semifinal. You mentioned it. You said when you're playing at home in a postseason, that game might be harder to win than this game.
Hey, first of all, let's give credit to Bucknell. John Griffin and their team played incredible. They were tough. They were physical. They came in here and did what they had to do. The experience ultimately won over. And I'll tell you what, Jason, you're right. I mean, it's just, you know, incredible what they continue to do at home.
Matt Langle said his team wanted so desperately to be in the final again and able to push through that challenge in the last round. And he said they've got confidence that's earned from all of their success this season and in recent seasons. We've been really good, and they believe it.
Yeah, that semifinal is a tough game, Sunday afternoon, you know, trying to get back to this big moment. And, oh, man.
Shebahar, though, able to get a paw in there and take it away.
I might have stood up if Jeff dunked that one. I'll tell you what. His energy, his enthusiasm, his effort, those are the things, you know, that you can't teach. And that's what just comes out of this program from the winning. And it's just fun to see. You know, the students aren't even here on campus, and look at this place. It's mobbed. It's elbow to elbow in here because of the winning.
And you touched on something before, Mo, about Matt Langle as Whitney Sidney rises up and misses everything, about how you establish a program and then the program kind of takes care of itself a little bit. And you get the sense from talking to other people, Matt Langle kind of puts his guys in the best position to succeed and lets them kind of find their way.
It's great coaching, and when you have guys like that and leadership internally, again, those are qualities that don't necessarily show up on the box score, but that guy's a magician. What he's done here, and you know, the Colgate administration and team and group here have been fun to be around, and you know, Matt Langle and that guy, Braden Smith, 4.5 minutes away from going back to the NCAA tournament.
Matt Langle played for Fran Dunphy at Penn, then later an assistant with him there and at Temple. You know, Dunphy will be proud to see Matt making a routine trip, what it's become, to the NCAA tournament, it seems. Not supposed to be this easy, Mo.
they've made it look easy, and this is a tough job, and you know, again, they just kind of keep reloading. I think it's also worth noting again, this is a young backcourt. I mean, they start a freshman and a sophomore in the backcourt, so this is not a complete veteran team there. To see Keegan Records, that decision and his family decision to come back here to Colgate and finish this great run, a lot of credit to him and his family.
Woodward at the free throw line, able to stick that one. 3 of 9 at the stripe is Woodward in this game. And Colgate ready to start the celebration here at Cotterell Court in short order again. Gillis step back, and Moffitt able to track it down. A loose ball foul coming against Keith Higgins. Well, when we talked about what you thought was in important at the start of this game. Let's see how they played out as we revisit our keys to the game, brought to you by Ace, the helpful plays.
Well, number one for Lehigh contained Braden Smith, and they were not able to do that. I mean, look at that stat line and crash the boards. The two keys they were not able to do, and that's why the score is what it is. And inside scoring, Colgate pounded it in there. Perimeter defense, they've done a nice job. I got to tell you, I think with Jason Ross, we picked our keys today. That's the best keys I've done all season. I mean, that was like perfect.
Spot on. Colgate, again, putting things in position here at home, and when they have started quickly in a lot of these Patriot League tournament games in recent years, the other teams have just not been able to respond for the most part, potentially on their way to another double-digit win.
And it started with the opening tip, that little set play off the jump ball, take advantage of that. It just started rolling from there.
Whitney Sidney has free throws coming up. Matt Langle, he and his team, they got a dance date coming up. Colgate less than 4 minutes away from a fourth straight trip to the NCAA tournament. Up next, our Inside College Basketball crew will be in the studio. Latest updates on all conference tournaments as the road to the Final Four continues right here on CBS Sports Network. Let's switch to easy mode for the Geico play of the day. And the double nickel doing his thing on the inside. 55, large and in charge.
All evening, and how about the excitement? Big time shot fake finish. And how about the enthusiasm? Put it in, big fella. The only thing he hasn't done tonight is make free throws, but other than that, he's been special. 11 big points. The beard's in full flow.
He got his team engaged. He got the crowd engaged right from the jump. And Colgate has never looked back.
You know, Matt Langle, as we mentioned, was just mentioning to us how competitive he is on the court. And you know, that just showed up this evening.
Whitney Sidney battling hard. Another opportunity for the free throw line. And Matt Langle said about him trying to slow him down in this game, he said, you know what, about 8 or 9 years from now, he's going to be scoring points for somebody somewhere. He just has that knack to get to the basket and finish.
High praise. He's going to make some money playing basketball when his college career is over. And Lehigh continues to press and play hard here, give them a lot of credit. Just didn't go their way this evening, but a lot of that is because Colgate, just from the opening tip, literally took over this game.
And it's been a common theme. We mentioned that great Raider run here since the start of the 2018-2019 tournament, as Thompson has it pop out, Mo, in the Raiders with all those wins. Their average margin of victory in those games is over 16 points as Whitlock gets another one in the mid-range game. Yet they have just thumped people here at playoffs down the stretch. Beat 2 years ago as Bucknell by 28 in the quarters, Lehigh by 20 in the semis, and Navy by 16 in the final. Last year in their 3 playoff games, the winning margins were 19, 17, and 18.
Yeah, you know, and to that point, Jason, it just, you know, speaks about how difficult that semifinal game is, you know, sometimes to get back here. Once they get here, they just take care of business, as Braden Smith almost takes out a cheerleader with an errant pass.
And some of the front runners going to get their accolades. Keegan Records, Ryan Moffitt, their last game here after
how about that?
Wowing the crowd over the years. Sam Thompson, too, going to get an ovation here. Those guys have done, Mo, almost nothing but win.
That's what it's all about. Special moment for those 3 as they finish up their brilliant careers here on Cotterill Court.
Whitlock, look, just the start of what could be a brilliant career for him at Lehigh. Whitlock, again, delivering another bucket. 15 now for him to lead the way for the Mountain Hawks.
He can really score. That quick release, and mentioned 3 real good-looking freshmen for the Mountain Hawks.
And Brett Reed has the majority of his guys, Mo, slated to return. Whitlock with an easy bucket here. Now with a new career high, 17 points for him. Under 2 left to go. And Mo with Colgate getting ready to go there again. You talk about this team as you see off the bench, Sam Wright, first-year player out of Hoover, Alabama, getting some time. Kyle Carlesimo as well, and son of former college and NBA coach PJ in the mix too, high school teammate of Braden Smith at Seattle Prep. Now they have a little blood here on Whitlock or something, bringing him to the side. Maybe just a sub to get him out and cycle in. And Braden Smith will come out to an ovation too.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
Patriot League Player of the Year with his second career double-double. Again, delivering 15 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists. But Mo, the thought here with 90 seconds left to go. A beautiful move there, cutting through for Ingram.
Another good-looking freshman.
Again, Colgate's gone into the tournament the last few years with elite offenses. This year, their defense is a lot better. Are they better equipped to maybe hang with somebody with better defensive players?
And also better depth and better size. They've got great size at all positions, and they've got a real leader, floor general, and point guard. So I like this team a lot. You know, like you mentioned, Jason, just better defensively.
Final minute here. And Colgate gonna celebrate again. It's become habit here in Hamilton. And another timeout to get more subs in. And the bench is empty, and this is what we've seen, Mo. Again, they had some leads, double-digit lead against Arkansas a few years ago. They played Tennessee and Wisconsin tough. Last year, as you said, was kind of the only one they never felt really in the game.
Yeah, Texas kind of jumped them early. Their athleticism bothered them, but, you know, 3 of those 4 games, they were in the game throughout the game. So a lot of experience, and, you know, we'll see where their seed kind of leads them. Are they, you know, they are a 15, are they a 16? I don't think they're in the playoff, in the play-in game, because their numbers are pretty good. But we will see on Sunday.
A lot of the seedings have them as of 15. Jerry Palm has them in that spot. We'll see how it all shakes out. And there you go, number 13 for Colgate. Carlesimo not able to hit, and the Raiders going to be able to run out the clock. But the run isn't done for Matt Langle and Colgate. It continues. A 4th straight Patriot League tournament title, a 5th in 6 years. Their dance shoes, they're already well broken in. Colgate striding on to the big dance again. Matt Langle, his 5th trip to the Patriot League tournament in his tenure. That passes Ralph Willard for the most in Patriot League history. And Colgate, the first program in league history to win the Patriot League tournament title for a 7th time. And this team, with a rugged non-conference schedule, at one point was 8-8, Mo. All they've done is go 17-1 since.
Just incredible. See Matt Langle with the hugs for family and the fans. What they have done here and continue to do, nothing short of amazing. The Colgate Raiders, Patriot League champions, and on to the big dance.
Well, Now let's go to Kiana Martin standing by with Braden Smith.
Yeah, Braden, rightfully so, very hype about this moment right now, but you guys led by as many as 30 points in this one, dominated, started off fast. What was clicking for you guys?
We knew that it was going to be a tough game. We wanted to come in and set the tone. We did that early on, and we just kept pushing. We knew that they were going to try and fight. You know, it's a championship game. We just wanted to be the hardest playing team, and I think we did that tonight.
You're going dancing. How does it feel to get another shot at the NCAA tournament?
It's awesome. You know, it's a childhood dream. I'm blessed. We're honored to be able to go back and do it again. Hopefully we can get one this time.
I got a really important one for you. First, it's Patriot League Player of the Year, but also now it's Patriot League Tournament Championship MVP. How does that feel?
It's a blessing. I'm very honored. I think it's a testament to our guys. You know, I love these guys, and they make plays for me, and, you know, I'm able to make shots, so I'm very blessed.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
He doesn't want to talk. He wants to dance. Mom enjoying the moment. Matt Langle with a hug for one of his kids. And doing it again. Final score, 74-55. For Mocha Sarah, Kiana Martin, our entire crew, this is Jason Knapp saying so long from Hamilton, New York. Back with the trophy presentation in a little bit, but we'll get you to Adam Zucker and the crew in our studio coming up for Inside College Basketball.
And just a few hours from Manhattan itself, we go up to Central New York amidst the Drumlins. Kiana Martin standing by for Colgate, the trophy ceremony.
Patriot League Tournament champions, Colgate here. Give it up. They're celebrating and taking selfies for the time being. But I want to introduce Patriot League Commissioner Jennifer Heppel. Jennifer, just how special is it what this Colgate team has been able to do 4 years in a row?
You know, this is really amazing. It's 4 years in a row, which is a tournament record, 7th title overall, also a Patriot League record. The community here, the support, the student athletes that were here, you know, on campus during spring break. This is just an amazing environment. So congratulations to Colgate once again.
And head coach, this is a very special moment for you. 4 years straight. How did you do it?
We've had a great group of guys for a long time here, and the torch has been passed down class by class. They embrace the work and the long season that we have. Again, we got a special group of guys and get great play from a lot of areas.
And now you get another opportunity to go dancing in the NCAA tournament. I see you smiling as I say that. How special is that for this program?
Yeah, for the program, it's awesome. We've built a program that the school can be proud of, the community can be proud of, and former players are super proud of. But it's really exciting for this group. They've grown up, you know, dreaming of going to that and having that chance in the NCAA tournament. Some of these guys have done it before a few times, but we've got a lot of new faces. It'll be their first time. It certainly never gets old.
And you touched on it just a little bit, but just tell me, how special are these guys right here behind us?
Yeah, it's an awesome group to coach. We've got a great depth, and everybody's always focused on all about the right things. No maintenance level. They take care of their business and responsibilities. Again, the result we've gotten this chance, but this group is much different than anywhere else. The personalities change, and the personality of the team changes. It's awfully fun to be a part of.
I know these guys are waiting, so I'm going to get out of the way, and I'm going to let you guys handle this trophy ceremony, shall we? There we go.
Well, Coach, I think you know how to do this.
And thanks so much. Back to you, Adam.
All right, great stuff, Kiana. And Kiana's going to be busy here in Studio 44 throughout the month of March. Matt Langle and the Colgate Raiders raising the championship, a word that begins with the letter C. And there's Woodward, fan favorite right there. Looks like he can carry it, Wally.
Yeah, he's got it. That's in good hands right there. He was grabbing boards, doing yeoman's work in the lane, in the paint. What a job by the Colgate Red Raiders.
And the great part for this for Colgate right now, you still have 4 days to enjoy this honeymoon. When you're a mid-major, the earlier you win during championship week, the better. Do the radio shows, do the PR tour. You don't know who you're playing till Sunday night. You can't prepare. The honeymoon begins in Hamilton, New York. You don't say that every good day.
Maybe in the fall during peak foliage would be a lovely time.